Alright, guys. I've been watching this Charlie Kirk stuff, and it just don't make sense to me. This is what the government is saying right here. The shot come from an elevated position from Tyler Robinson on top of the roof. Okay, from the front. So that's approximately where he was hit, right there. So it would be traveling downwards. Is that not correct? Well, according to what they're saying, that's the entry wound, and that there was no exit wound. Something's just not adding up. Alright, they're saying that the bullet went in. This is from the autopsy report, supposedly. The bullet went in. It hit C2. C2 is up on the left side picture. You can see it's up above the jawline, or even with the jaw. Now you got to figure skin and everything and meat. So how could the bullet go up and hit that unless it ricocheted down here? Went up, hit C2. They said it went down all the way through the vertebrae, down through all the way to C7, just past C7 into the meat around T1. It's where they found the bullet. Now, you telling me a 30-06 bullet fired from an elevated position into the almost the base of your neck is going to hit your neck, go up and hit your vertebrae C2, go back down all the way down to T1 and stop there? There ain't no dang way. We're talking a 30-06, not a 5.56 or even a 308. This is a big bullet with a lot of powder behind it. Either way, even if you custom made your bullets and put less powder, it's still not going to stop. The backbone is not going to stop. I was watching a test earlier. I don't know if it was Demolition Ranch, but anyway, it was one of the groups. It might have been High Speed Ballistic. Anyway, they shot through a silicone ballistics gel torso with bones and organs, and it's supposed to be close to what the human body actually is. You know, the density and the consistency. Anyway, and it went completely through. So that was a 5.56 at 600 yards was going just right through them. And you telling me a 30-06 at 150 yards is going to... This is what I think happened. How about from the left side, slightly behind him, from an elevated position, goes through, hits right around the ear area, right behind the ear, maybe a little lower, hits C2, comes out the front, exit wing. How about that? Now, it would have to be a little bit lower down, so over on the right side, I got it dropped a little bit. It could, if it could have ricocheted and went like they said, it could definitely have changed pattern just a little bit and dropped down a little bit and come out a little lower. But I think what we saw was an exit wound. I'm 99% positive it had to be an exit wound. I mean, if you look, this works out just perfect. I mean, it only makes sense because the bullets can go right through. It's even, it probably was, I don't think it was a 30-06. I think it was something smaller. Because the exit wound just wasn't as big as I think. But they're saying that it hit T1, so, well, I'll rephrase that. They found the bullet in T1. What if it did hit C2 and it fragmented? Part of it went down the spinal cord, down the spine, and stopped right at T1, and then the other part come out the front. Now that's possible. I don't think it did that. I don't know. Maybe it was a fragment of it that went down to T1, but I just can't see that bullet ricocheting up and hitting C2 and then going all the way back down. That don't happen. You hear all these people talking about shooting deer, and it goes right through a deer, the thickest part of the deer, and you're talking about going through some big bones also. The 30-06 from the front from Tyler Robinson don't make sense. Something's up. Something's not right, and I think everybody sees it. and eventually maybe it'll come out. I hate it for Tyler Robinson if he is innocent. His life is pretty much ruined. Um, I'm not saying he is innocent, and I'm not saying he's guilty. I don't know. He's innocent until proven guilty. I know that. There's just so many things that don't make sense. It's not adding up. Candace Owens is on it. She's on it. That's for sure. And I think if anybody will figure it out, it'll be her. So y'all won't want to keep up with her. She's posting videos every day, and she's finding just tons of information. She's got a tip line also. I don't know the address right offhand, but she does have a tip line. If anybody wants to know anything. Alright, I just had to get my 2 cents on it. Everybody's got their 2 cents, so there's mine. I say it comes from his right side, a little behind him, and up. That's where I say it came from. And I say the front of the neck was the exit wound. Charlie's alright though. No sense in feeling sorry for him. He's in a lot better place and he's smiling, I can guarantee you right now. Especially all these people trying to figure this out. I really think he's probably proud of everybody for trying to figure this out because somebody's not telling the truth somewhere. Anyway, I'm out.